What is up, YouTube? I'm Devon DaVinci, leader of the Renaissance crew, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. And today I have a rap battle for you guys that is pretty epic. I have seen this one. At the risk of losing possible viewers, I have seen this one. But it's so good, and it's been a minute since I've seen it. I just know that I want to go back and analyze it to figure out who specifically won specific moments of this rap battle. Because I have a feeling I know who won it overall, but I never actually stopped and looked at everything and tried to analyze everything. So this video will probably have a lot of pauses. I will be analyzing this video more in depth than I would a normal rap battle. So that's a quick heads up for those of you that don't really like pauses too much. Also, I will be letting you guys know that if you haven't seen this video already, I mean, it's a very old video, so hopefully you've seen it by now, but if you haven't, be sure to go to the original channel, which is Epic Rap Battle, ERB. I will have a link for their channel at the end of this video somewhere around here, and you can click on it, go to their video channel, watch their video, subscribe to them. I will have a link for the original video as well in the description box down below, so click on that. It'll take you to the original video. Be sure to give the original content creator a view if you haven't seen this already, and that way they can continue to make the content that we all enjoy because they'll be making ad revenue from it. Now, with that being said, let's jump into this, see what it has to offer. This is Bruce Lee versus Clint Eastwood, epic rap battle of history.
I'll bankrupt bottle of the ring! Clint Eastwood versus Bruce Lee!
I got the baddest fist of fury that the world ever saw. Defeat whole karate schools and motherfuckers with claws. How can you talk more shit with my fist in your jaw? Don't need words to serve ya, I'ma just say what's wrong? The movies they bore us, they're slow as a tortoise. I'm the king of nunchucks, I fucked up Chuck Norris. I invented Jeet Kune Do, so take my slipper shoe. Here's my two-finger push-up, Kung F you.
Okay. So, Bruce Lee's first line was pretty much just bragging about stuff that he had done. The first couple of lines were related to one of his movies, Fist of Fury, or The Chinese Connection, depending on... Well, first of all, let me establish that the way Bruce Lee's movies are named, they deserve to be a part of this rap. I don't know why Clint Eastwood didn't bother tackling that, because, like, internationally, his first movie was called The Big Boss. When it released in America, they called it Fist of Fury. His second movie comes out internationally. They name it Fist of Fury. So in America, they already have a movie called Fist of Fury, so they changed it to The Chinese Connection. Internationally, he has a third movie come out called The Way of the Dragon. That movie doesn't get released in America until after Bruce Lee's fourth movie comes out, which is Enter the Dragon. So because the third movie comes out after Enter the Dragon, they call the third movie Return of the Dragon in America. So he only has 4 movies, and they fucked up the naming on like 3 of them. I don't know why Clint Eastwood didn't tackle it, but whatever. The first lines, like I said, was about Fist of Fury / Chinese Connection, and it was about the whole fighting dojos, and obviously the fighting people with claws is a reference to Enter the Dragon and Han. Two-finger push-up has to do with the Long Beach Karate Invitational, in which Bruce Lee was demonstrating his Jeet Kune Do style, and he was doing things like his two-finger push-ups and his one-inch punch. Pretty much something that established him in the martial art world, and also landed him his first movie in his first role in Hollywood with the Green Hornet.
You talk more shit with my fist in your jaw. Don't need words to serve ya, I'ma just say what's wrong? The movies they bore us, they're slow as a tortoise. I'm the king of nunchucks, I fucked up Chuck Norris.
Obviously, that's a reference to Way of the Dragon, where Bruce Lee fought against Chuck Norris in the Coliseum, the Roman Coliseum, which I believe to this day is the only movie that was shot in the actual Coliseum. I could be wrong. They probably have recorded some since then, but up until that point, that was the only movie that was ever recorded in the Coliseum.
I invented Jeet Kune Do, so take my slipper shoe. Here's my two-finger push-up, Kung F you.
You scream like a girl and got moves like Jagger, but I'll rip through your ass faster than a poo-poo platter.
There's a little bit of cultural, I don't want to say racism, obviously, but a little bit of cultural prejudice. And obviously, I mean, it's a joke. I'm not offended by it. It's part of the saying, but it is funny. Because I can picture Clint Eastwood saying something like that.
Scream like a girl and got moves like Jagger, but I'll rip through your ass faster than a poo-poo platter.
And I say that because I think a poo-poo platter is actually American. Just like what is it? Chop suey is an American dish, not Chinese. Or it was born in America.
Too much Ringo perfecting kicks. You should spend more time matching your voice up to your lips. You don't belong in a fight, you belong in a sweatshop. So go ahead and make my iPod.
God damn. This is what I love about Clint Eastwood's lines. Like, they hit hard. And you guys, I've already told you guys, my rules for rap battles are, if you're going to do a rap battle, I don't give a damn how smooth you sound or whatever else. It's all about how hard you hit your opponent. The harder you hit your opponent, the better. As long as you don't go into nothing that's like, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say too personal, because you can hit personal stuff, but you don't want to go obnoxious with it, like wishing death on people's family members and stupid shit like that. But it's all about creativity and being witty. And the person with the most barbs in my book is the winner. I've already done reviews where I've watched epic rap battles where I've said this person sounds better, but I'm giving it to the other person because they attacked harder. Yeah, obviously the voice dubs was because I think, well, I don't know if it's to this day or not, but I remember for a long time in Chinese cinema, they had this thing where they would redub audio, always. Even if the movie was released in China and all the actors in it were Chinese and they were speaking Chinese, they would still redub the audio. I'm not sure why they did that. Somebody could probably explain that to me, but that's just how it was.
Too much Ringo perfecting kicks. You should spend more time matching your voice up to your lips. You don't belong in a fight, you belong in a sweatshop. So go ahead and make my iPod. Those little dances you do don't threaten me, Bruce. Fuck you, dude. I even squint better than you.
That's a good one, because both of them are some legendary squinters. Bruce and Clint can squint the hell out of somebody. But technically, I'd say Quentin was what am I doing? Clint. I said Quentin. Quentin ain't even a good tough guy name. I'm sorry, all the people out there named Quentin, but if there was a cowboy named Quentin, I probably wouldn't be too afraid of him. Clint Eastwood, since he was doing it longer than Bruce, I'd probably have to give him the nod.
Little dances you do don't threaten me, Bruce. Fuck you, dude. I even squint better than you.
I be the good and the bad. You must be the ugly. I will mess up your face, but your mama did it for me.
This line necessarily isn't that bad. I think what makes this line worse in my book is the look on his face and how un-Bruce Lee it comes off as. This seems like something a damn 5-year-old would say, and the way they say it. I never liked this line, or at least the delivery of that line. Hold on.
Be the good and the bad. You must be the ugly. I will mess up your face, but your mama did it for me. Don't tuck your pistol for a fistful of your $1 million babies. You were cool in the 80s, maybe, but now you're just crazy.
All right. Go tug your pistol for a fistful.
Don't tuck your pistol for a fistful of your $1 million babies.
Of your $1 million babies. Okay, so 2 references. He's pretty much telling him to go, in a way, F himself. And he's also making a movie reference to $1 Million Baby. Very good movie.
You were cool in the 80s, maybe, but now you're just crazy. A man who argues with people who aren't even there is more fit to rap against this fucking job.
Alright, that's obviously a reference to, I forgot what year it was, but there was a Republican National Convention where Clint Eastwood was making, I guess he was trying to do a routine, and I think it was related to Obama, so it might have been around 2008, and he was trying to talk about he was trying to have like a conversation with an imaginary, what was it, Obama, sitting in a chair. But at the end of the day, it just looked like he was talking to a chair. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good look. But whatever.
Who argues with people who aren't even there is more fit to rap against this fucking chair.
Do you feel lucky, punk? That's what I'm asking. You can't be too tough. You got killed by an aspirin.
God damn, that line right there. Because there's a lot of truth to it, and it sucks, but you can't come back from that. Like, how do you come back from that? Yeah, Bruce Lee died from a painkiller that he took. In a way, it was just a contributing factor. He was already suffering from the effects of whatever was messing with him. I'm actually have to look that up and figure out if they ever figured out what was actually wrong with Bruce. I've heard all types of rumors about how he had his sweat glands surgically removed, and that caused like his body to overheat over time, and that's what caused his brain to start swelling. Because the painkiller was just something that he used to help with his headaches, and his headache was a result of the brain edema that he was suffering from. It was just that the painkiller he took, I don't know if he had an allergic reaction to it or whatever, but it added instead of taking away. So there's even a story about during a time when before Enter the Dragon came out, when I would say Michael Jackson, wow, when Bruce Lee was doing audio dubs, there goes again, audio dubs for the movie. They said that he went into a bathroom and he actually passed out, and that was like months before he actually died. So he was already suffering from those effects at that time. Bruce Lee was probably the most leanest person in the world. At that time in particular, like without a doubt, he was the most leanest person in the world. It gets to a point where you're almost like, you ever seen someone get so healthy that it's unhealthy? That's pretty much what Bruce Lee became towards the end of his life. Like, he became so dedicated towards his fitness that he kind of got away from the fact that your body needs a little bit of fat and stuff to function normally. You can't be walking around at Mr. Olympia levels of low fat body fat percentage and think that it's okay.
And your 1-inch punch, same size as your pecker. Leave the rapping to me, stick to Chinese checkers.
Alright, those two lines were kind of throwaway. They sucked, but they led into this last line, which, just listen to it.
Your 1-inch punch, same size as your pecker. Leave the rapping to me, stick to Chinese checkers. I'd beat you in round 2, but that'd be unbelievable. No one in your family ever lives to see a sequel.
Hold on!
That last line. Clint Eastwood could have came into this rap battle, not said a single word for the first 2 verses, and delivered that line in one. That's how bad it was. You could have given Bruce Lee the entire first 2 verses where he's just like just a constant rap, and as soon as it gets to Clint Eastwood's turn, he just says that one line, and that's it. Clint Eastwood wins. The hardest thing Bruce Lee really hit Clint Eastwood with was the talking to the chair thing. Like, that was it. So, besides like the obvious like movie reference and stuff, which are cool and everything, they're good lines for like this, a parody. But like I said, it's still a rap battle. And at the end of the day, when you can deliver a line like I'd beat you or something, what did he say? I beat you in a sequel, something. I done lost track of what the fuck he said.
Rapping to me, stick to Chinese checkers. I'd beat you in round 2, but that'd be unbelievable.
Nobody in your family ever lives to see a sequel. I'd beat you in round 2, but that'd be unbelievable. Nobody in your family ever lives to see a sequel. God damn. It's so hard to say goodbye to Bruce Lee's rap career. But either way, the line is tough because Bruce Lee, especially the male side of his family, there's even rumors, well, not rumors, but there was speculation that he has a curse put on his family because all of the male members of his family have died very young. His father, I believe, died when he was in his early 60s. Bruce Lee died when he was about 32. And Bruce Lee's son died at a very young age because of the situation that happened on the set of The Crow back in 1993 it was. But yeah, that line, because the only thing worse than lines that hurt, like hit hard, are true lines that hit hard. Because like if somebody says something hard against you that's like really, that can sting a lot, you can probably come back from it by spinning it or going back after the person. But when they say something that's hard and it's true, you can't do anything about it. Like you can't say anything about it because that actually happened. Like it's just, oh man, I'm not sure what I can really say about it, but it's a tough one because you lost. That's a mic dropper. But yeah, there's a number of there's one other one that I've seen also that has a very devastating last line in it, and I think I will check that out next time. So the next time I do a reaction to Epic Rap Battle, I will react to this video that I'm talking about. Some of you probably know, even though I haven't even said it, and they have like dozens and dozens of videos on their channel. I guarantee me saying that I'm going to react to something with a devastating last line, most of you know what I'm talking about. So be on the lookout for that video when it does come out, because it will be coming out soon. I've already told you guys I don't like to do stuff back to back, so it'll probably be a couple of days from now. But either way, it will be coming out soon. Let me know what you guys think about this rap battle. Like I said, this wasn't a necessary reaction, or necessarily a reaction. This was more of an analysis or a breakdown, because I've already seen this. Let me know what you guys thought. If you notice anything else in here, leave it in the comment section, even though I'm pretty sure I should have tackled everything in this video. If you have any other facts you want to try to throw out about either of these characters, go ahead and do it. I know way more about Bruce Lee than I do about Clint Eastwood, so Clint Eastwood is probably more... you'll probably say something that I'm more likely to not know about if you mention Clint Eastwood as opposed to Bruce Lee. But that's pretty much it. So I want to go ahead and let you guys go. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Be sure to check out Epic Rap Battle's channel. I will have a link for it right here in the video. Usually it's like the last 30 seconds. It'll take you straight to their channel. I will have a link to the original video if you want to have somebody else react to it, or if you want to watch it or have a family member or something react to it. That's the link you'll use. That way you won't have to worry about me pausing and stopping and everything else. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully you just been a little bit enlightened. Hopefully you've just been a little bit more enlightened. And I look forward to seeing you guys on a future video. Until then, I'm Devon DaVinci, giving you the deuces. Peace.